Rescued some Dalish from being Archdemon breakfast, didn't you? Wish I could have seen the look on Elganan's face. What are you in the mood for? Oh, fine. Go drink some milk or something.
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
I can still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new Blight continues.
We know the gods changed the Blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
Okay, that's not good news. But you're making progress with your studies.
Yes. Well, there's more to learn, but yes.
So what's the Blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendale battle? It was here, in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the Blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean... Everything that calls the Blight impacts the Wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the Blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
Antoine, you hear stuff in the Blight. More than some of the others. Are you...
Yes. A little sensitive, but it's not calling to me. Not yet. Like everyone else, I'll know when that changes.
So, how do I help?
Figured you'd be in. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies, Antoine made an alchemical flame. It's impressive. It should destroy the eruption.
Theoretically. At least the last batch was stable. Mostly.
But if the eruption's controlling the Blight and it gets attacked, then the Blight around Lavendel might respond.
Yes, its roots are everywhere, and spreading. I can feel them.
These people can't lose their Blight experts. I can go after the eruption.
While we guard against nasty side effects here.
Stay safe, or as safe as you can.
I've no fear when Evka's at my back.
You've always got me.
The Blight poisons so much. Water, plants, animals, people. Some would call the wetlands dead already. But they're not. It's not too late. Whatever the eruption means for the Wardens, we can leave this place better. It's what we're supposed to do.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered glade. Meet us there when you're done.
Hey, Dad. You know those containers you made for some of the Wardens' joining lists?
Yeah?
Can we make one for the physician, Flynn? They should get one too, right?
We can make something for Flynn.
Maybe a special medic one?
Good idea. Rook, good to see you. All set?
All right. Let's find the Blight eruption.
Good gear, decent price. All right, you're set.
Good to see you. I hope I can help.
I've got a story from Orzammar today. In a time only the stone.
Patients are improving and I'm better supplied. If you need something taken care of, just let me know. Look after yourself.
Trouble coming.
You'll have to teach me that one, Professor. Help them do.
There. It's a haunting.
this. I must say, of all our theories throughout the ages, no one thought ancient elves came from spirits was very likely.
Wait, the Mornwatch knew?
Not at all. It was only one proposition amongst thousands, and not well credited.
You could write a paper for the Watchers, or both of us could.
What a wonderful idea. Though we'll have some difficulty citing our sources.
Right, I guess Solus's memories are technically a diary?
Lichdom suits him.
He wears the crown well.
We got rid of a haunting in the Hosberg wetlands.
Welcome news.
It will stalk the innocent no longer.
A malignant spirit has attached itself to an inanimate object.
It has already taken lives.
Dispose of it before it strikes again. There are whispers from the levels below.
We shall find them. Prepare well. We shall meet again.
I have a cousin who lives in this part of town. Told me about the Archon's palace attacking the city.
Is that a candle hop? It must be the haunting.
I think I like the small candle hops better.
What tidings?
The spirits block.
Congratulations are in order. There are no more hauntings of this magnitude to be dealt with.
You have done well.
Allow us to present you with a final token of our appreciation.
Your new seal is whole.
Good.
Thanks for the tip-off.
You spend far too much time here, Dorian.
This is where all my favorite people are. And besides, I have news. And every messenger bird I've met is dreadful at nuance.
Magister Parvus, it's good to see you again.
At least someone appreciates my presence.
You're our eyes in the Magisterium. If someone spots you here...
Yes, I know. Can't be spotted with the shadow dragons. You worry too much, May.
Well, what do you have for us?
The cult lost people in Arlethan, and leadership has fallen to Knight Commander Lenos. He aims to bring the city to its knees.
But Minrathous is already falling apart.
I know. While the Varantis' attack on the city could have been much worse, the people's fear in the aftermath is palpable. And the rumors about the Archon are true. He's dead. Assassinated during the Dragon's rampage. The palace has tried to keep the news from spreading until a new Archon steps up.
And no one has?
No one dares. Not with the Venatori circling like vultures. The risen gods are preparing for something big. And for that, they need fear. Chaos.
Just tell me how I stop them. What are they planning?
That's the problem. I don't know. But we'll find out. Lenos is the key to all of it. First, we stop what he's planning for Minrathous.
And then we find out what the gods are preparing for.
Let's hope it stays that simple. One of Lenos' Venatori associates is often at the Cobbled Swan. Let's see what we can get from him.
We? Dorian, you can't be going yourself.
It's the Swan. Everyone goes to the Swan.
I'll head out right now.
I'd only ever read about Minrathous before traveling with you. Very few books mention the sheer inequalities one sees on its streets.
I'm not surprised. You've probably got a sanitized version. We probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long. There's Dorian.
There's Lenos' associate. According to the shadows watching him, he's nervous and doesn't talk much, but does odd jobs for coin. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off, you check his belongings, see if you can discover any clues about Lenos' plan.
Mostly gone. Warm. I don't even know what this is. Ale? A bedroll. It's definitely seen better days. And it's damp. Sleeping out in the rain? Time to look through his stuff while Dorian provides a distraction. Enjoy. Half-eaten stale bread, water flask, muddy socks. And this map. Minratha's targets. That doesn't sound good. This all sounds like trouble.
What are you talking about in there?
Dorian will want to know.
Let me know if you want.
Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Carthus. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city. You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
Fantastic!
We are failing our masters. Good work, everyone.
There's a fight ahead.
Something tore through these gates. Something big. Watch out. I bet this darkspawn was what tore through the gates.
Looks like we're doing.
We have them now.
That did it. We can get through now.
Even more. How are there so many? Time again? Great.
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
At least reality's not squishy, so better than Arlithin.
It wasn't enough. There must be another one.
Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing. We got it. Way should be clear.
Shadow dragons? How did you find this place? Venatori, to me! You think you've won?
It's one less corrupt Templar in Minrathous. Let's look around, see what we find. The Risen God's ritual. That's what the gods in the Venatori are preparing for. These star charts predict an eclipse. To make magic stronger.
The celestial alignment of an eclipse would only increase the power of the ritual the gods are preparing for. That must be the plan.
Lenos's documents. They detailed Venatori's long-term plans and what they want to do with Tevinter. All this. The ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans. We have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
We should tell the Shadow Dragons what we found.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as Tevinter as blood magic and hubris. Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means? This is power, May. Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You? On the throne? Dorian.
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
Changing Tevinter, helping people. If we can get something good out of all of this, I'm for it.
You've given us an opening, Rook, and believe me, we shall seize upon it.
But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I prefer to use it to rally the people. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see the real justice served. Prove that from now on, we work for them.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten the Lucerni? I no longer trust that political machine will work in our favor. No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react. A more forceful approach. Destroy them and their networks utterly.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you learned in the South? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No. We have to do this in the open. Show the people of Tevinter that we're here for them.
We're Shadow Dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what we need.
May, the Imperium's politics burned you once and you still...
Enough. We're not the only ones who have a stake in this. Rook, you have been instrumental in all this. Which strategy do you prefer?
Mevaris, you really believe making this evidence public will work?
Dorian wants to work behind the scenes, but once again, it's the Magisters and Highbloods pulling the Imperium's strings. That doesn't inspire. It's a tactic used by our enemies. We need to show Tevinter that we can be different.
Unless they find some way to bury it? Or leverage their wealth, power, and status as they often have before?
Politics is a long game. If we use force against our enemies, our allies will remember it.
You want me to choose who'll be Archon? But I'm not even from here. I can't decide.
Then talk to the ones who are. See what they say. Asher and Tarquin, Nev, Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable with whatever course we take.
All right. I'll go do that.
Grand news about Lenos. One less crooked Templar in town.
He could have done so much with his position.
But he chose his side and got what he deserved.
Lenos made my life miserable. Rana's too.
I hear he started out different. Maybe he once cared about something other than gold. But I didn't know that, Lenos. And I'm not going to mourn the one I did. Still, I'll thank the bastard for writing everything down and delivering it to us all neat.
Dorian and Mevaris still have to decide what to do with everything we got from Lenos.
I just don't know enough about Tevinter to know what's best for its people.
I suspect this decision will determine Tevinter's path for years to come.
Then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't stop to talk when you find a hole in the enemy's defenses.
Dorian is a brash rebel.
And Maevaris too much of a romantic.
I think the people will appreciate Maevaris returning as the leader they've always wanted to see.
No. They'll appreciate their lives actually changing for the better.
What if we pick the wrong person?
They both care. They'll both try their best. There is no wrong person. With your help, we've come further than we have in years. Change isn't a straight line. All that matters is that we keep moving.
And that's just fancy talk for thanks, Rook. You did good.
So what do you think?
Lenos is gone. We got information about the Venatori's plans, the god's ritual. Would have liked to see his face when he lost, but having him gone is good enough.
I meant about Maevaris and Dorian. We all want change. Who will be the more effective in getting it?
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
You're the famed detective. What's the right call?
This isn't a murder.
Politics is murder. Isn't that what they always say?
Maevaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated and ruthless when she needs to be. Dorian Parvis is a wild card. Flashy and inventive, he'll keep his enemies on their toes. Tevinter needs change, and it needs to stop waiting for it. Asking politely won't work. We need someone who knows that, someone not afraid to get their hands dirty. That person is Dorian.
Thanks, Nev. That helps.
That's what I'm here for.
Maker. A full quarter of the Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee to these risen old gods just for a taste of more power. Can they not see they're only tools for the gods? So they can destroy the world?
Demanding intelligence, rationality, and self-awareness from our peers. You ask too much, Maevaris.
Look at me. Such a fool.
Ah, it's Rook. You spoke with the others.
What do you think? Who should be leading the charge from here on?
Dorian should lead.
Then it is decided. Of course, it only makes sense, but... Ha! Look at me! The sudden pressure.
You won't be alone. All of us are behind you. The Shadow Dragons, the city, her people.
It will take all of them to overcome the risen gods.
You'll find a way to bring them together.
The people know they don't want blight-ridden fiends in their city. They don't need me to tell them. I can, however, show them how to fight. Gods, cults, evil magisters, nothing will stand in our way of forging a new Tevinter.
Have you heard about these shadow dragons? They worry me.
Who dies next?
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
I'm a Trevelyan. Feels like someone I haven't seen for a long time. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Algernon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Solus helped us get through, but he was protecting his interests, not us.
You don't think he helped for genuine reasons?
I think he wants his plan to succeed, whatever it is.
Always a plan. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel. They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. I once called him by another name. Friend.
Some friend.
Do you always agree with your friends?
We're pretty aligned on whether or not to destroy the world, if that's what you mean.
I will never excuse what he's done. He's killed people I held dear. You know this, too.
But...
he became those names when he fought gods, and regret for his world turned into destroying ours. Sound familiar?
You're making us sound like Solus. That's uncomfortable.
We're not like our enemy. They're making us do this.
Simple as one of Varric's morals. Don't become what you hate.
Or trapped by what we've lost. Also one of his. Tell me about the team you've built.
Are they a concern, or...
You're handling things. This part, what you have now... I just miss the banter about friends.
We've company.
glinting, gleaming, stealing us with steel, splinters flying as they kick in the door to our home.
Do you think more spirits could ever become elves?
As our world changes over the ages, so do the Fade's inhabitants. I suspect they'd look quite different.
So not, say, elves with wings? Like a bird's or a bat's?
It seems unlikely. Trouble ahead.
Oh, is it time again? Great!
They're firing at us!
Oh, nice work, Emmerich!
Masterfully done, Rook.
You'll have to teach me that one, Professor.
That one, quickly!
Baking in my armor. So much hotter here than back in Ferelden. Kill on sight. But they don't look like abominations. They just look sad.
Careful ahead. Got them!
We ran, but they chased us. We tried to surrender, but they killed us as we knelt. The spirits roar as the fire comes. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The wood will always be scorched, but the rain has washed away the fire and smoke. Thank you.
I see them. Go!
Watch ahead. Took them down clean.
We're dropping it.
Careful, ahead.
Fine hit through. They're weakening.
Ranged incoming.
Attack from a distance.
Is everyone intact?
Greetings, Lord of Fortune. How fares your quest for gold and glory?
Not too bad. How are you?
I find myself in need of heroes with a hunger for adventure. One of your fellow Lords of Fortune was following a map to a treasure buried in this area. Sadly, Ritzinger attempted to loot a treasure chest mid-battle. Understandable enthusiasm, and I remember them fondly. But you can carry out their final wishes to find this treasure no matter the danger and earn gold and glory.
If you give me the map, I'll see what I can do.
What a waste. What happened with Hazenkos, I mean?
She could have turned her considerable intellect to the good of Navarra, and now...
No, I mean the giant bone skeleton. That big thing she wanted to become. You go to all that trouble and you make it look like that? I'd give it wings. Or more arms. Or something.
You put a lot of thought into this, I see.
No, I mean, I never do it. Probably. Professor Emmerich, I have more lich questions.
Of course. I'll...
Can you feel non-tangible stuff? Breezes, heat, dryness? And I don't want to pry or anything, but what if you crack? Can you repair yourself, or... Oh, interesting. What spell casting is undead?
Let's continue our discussion.
Oh, interesting. What spell casting is undead like? Easier? Harder? Same mental inscriptions? Wait, I just thought of... Oh, you know what? It's okay. I'll make another list.
Answer all that I can? That appears to be a particularly impressive spirit of anger.
Finish them all. The fury of Shark's Mouth is finally defeated.
All of Ravain owed the Grey Wardens and that seer a debt for their sacrifice here. The Lords of Fortune just paid it.